Hello, believers of Christ. Hope you're doing well. So today I'll be taking you guys through Genesis chapter 4 verse 5. And it says, "But on Cain and his offering, he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry and his face was downcast." That's the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So this verse has 7 main teachings or lessons we can take away from it. The first one, God looks at the heart, not just the offering. The issue was not the offering itself, but Cain's attitude and lack of faith, as seen in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 4. True worship is about the sincerity of the giver, not just the gift, as seen in 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7. That's a spoiler, we'll get there. Yeah, but true worship is about the sincerity of the giver. What we give sincerely is what matters when we're worshiping God. Cain didn't give sincerely. His heart was not at the right place. It was not honest. Not all worship is accepted by God. The second teaching. Cain brought an offering, but God rejected it. This shows that not all religious acts are pleasing to God if they lack faith and obedience, as seen in Matthew chapter 15 verse 8 to 9. Yeah, that's a spoiler, but it's true. Not all religious acts are pleasing to God, especially if they are not sincere, faithful, and are obeying God. God has taught us Christians how to worship. We should follow that. Anything else is displeasing to God. Hence, God shall reject it. God desires obedience over sacrifice. 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 22. It says, "To obey is better than sacrifice." Yes. Cain's offering was an act of obligation, not devotion. This tells us that external worship without true obedience is empty. The fourth teaching, rejection can reveal the heart. Instead of repenting, Cain became angry and discouraged. When faced with correction, we can either humble ourselves or harden our hearts. The fifth teaching, anger and jealousy leads to sin. Cain's jealousy of Abel led him to murder his brother, as foreshadowed in Genesis chapter 4 verse 8. That's a spoiler. Very sad moment ahead coming. That's a future episode. This shows us that unchecked anger can lead to greater sin, as seen in Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26 to 27. That's a spoiler, we'll get there. God is just in his decisions. God rejected Cain's offering for a reason. He's a just judge. Yes, God didn't do it. God didn't hate Cain. He loved Cain. It's Cain who did not love God. We should trust that when God corrects us, it's for our growth and not out of unfairness. Yes, God is not unfair. God is just and merciful, as seen in Hebrews chapter 12 verse 6. That's a spoiler, we'll get there. Our reaction to failure matters. The seventh and final teaching. Cain's countenance fell because he focused on himself rather than on God. Yes, Cain was selfish. When we fail or are corrected, we should turn to God in humility rather than in bitterness. We as Christians should check our heart in worship. We should ask ourselves, are we worshiping God sincerely or just going through the motions? We as Christians should obey God first, then offer gifts. Our relationship with God matters more than religious actions. Yes, it's better having a pure, strong, and healthy relationship with God than just partaking in religious acts. We shouldn't be vague. We shouldn't be vague or dull as Christians. We should learn to create a relationship with God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, as seen in Matthew chapter 5 verse 23 to 24. That's a spoiler, we'll get there. We as Christians should learn from correction. Instead of getting angry when corrected, we should use it as an opportunity to grow. We as Christians should beware of jealousy and bitterness. If left unchecked, it can lead to sin and destruction, as we saw with Cain. Cain let his jealousy, bitterness, selfishness, and anger get the best out of him. We as Christians should trust God's judgment. If something doesn't go our way, we should seek God's wisdom. Yes, we should seek God's wisdom instead of blaming others or seeking our own human effort. We as Christians should control our anger by handling it in a godly way rather than letting it control us. We as Christians should respond to failure with humility. Instead of becoming discouraged, we should turn back to God and seek His will. So that's all I had for today, guys. Thank you very much. And as usual, God bless.